how's the market? How's the economy doing? Is this a good time for me to start looking for a job? We get these questions a lot, really. And I think whilst the intention is good, and I think we should, I think as a candidate you should start to consider certain things before you jump, or especially after, especially if you're actually thinking of quitting, right? So I think you should not jump right into it. I believe the angle to these questions may or may not be right, because the main question that you should be asking before deciding whether to start a job search or not is, what's my mindset? Do I really want a change? Do I really feel it's the right thing to change? What am I trying to do? And how confident am I in myself that I'm going to be able to pull it off? That's more important than the economy, than the market, than anything else out there. Because I'll give you certain examples. I've seen candidates and cases where in the worst of times, in the 2008 depression and crash, there's people that had multiple job offers, right? One of my close friends, actually, he managed to get 3 or 4 offers in 2008 at the peak of the economic crisis. He got 3 or 4. Why? Because he didn't care about the market, he didn't care about the economy. He cared about, okay, I'm passionate about these things. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to find companies that are in that field, and I'm going to show them that I'm valuable even in the worst of downturns periods, and I'll show my value, that I'm somebody that they should hire. And he managed to do that. I know somebody that managed to get a role out of Norway. So he was in Norway, he managed to get a role in Asia by picking up the phone and calling all the hiring managers, right? Again, not caring about the economy or anything like that, and just, he told them very upfront, look, this is where I can do, this is what I can do. He was very confident about it. He put in a lot of effort, time, of course, you need to grind and put on the time, but he was able to get it. We've had recently an experience with one of our candidates who, when she contacted us, she was a little bit demoralized or depressed because a lot of people had told her specifically for Singapore it's very difficult at the moment, or the job market is slightly down, or it's very difficult as a foreigner as well, because there's all sorts of criteria that have come into place. But her skill set was very good, so I told her, look, it may or may not be the case, so let's give it a shot. And we happened to have a role for her, and she got a job within 1 month. So all I'm saying is, yes, job search is, can be a straining and emotionally draining effort, and of course you should consider the external factors, but ultimately it's down to the internal process. It's down to your level of confidence in yourself, of how much do you want it, of what do you want, and how much work and grind and networking are you willing to put into it, because ultimately you can find a job, a role in the most depressing economic downturn, in the worst market you can still find, provided you have something to offer, you have value to offer to the employer, and you have that self-confidence and belief that you can do it.